What's my name? And hear me howling at your...
Morning. I'm here at the Sydney Indian dealership because I'm just about to do something quite interesting. I am going to test ride an FTR 1200. Now I'm not sure which one, the base model or the S. Anyway, it's going to be very interesting, but I wanted to put in a few caveats before I do this review. One, I am not normally a rider of that style of bike. You know, if you look at it in terms of horses, I ride an old Clydesdale farm horse on Calamity Jane, as you know. You know, she's a big old broad. So I'm a cruiser girl, and not, you know, I haven't done sort of that speed bike stuff. And so what I'm going from, I'm going from an old Clydesdale to a racehorse. So this is not going to be a review like many others. And if you want something really technical and, you know, all that sort of stuff, you're not going to get it with me. I'm just going to take it for a ride, talk about, you know, how different it is for me. There's a little bit of rain about, but I wanted to do this today because I believe at this time I am the first woman in the world to review an FTR. Certainly the first in Australia, first in the Southern Hemisphere, but I do believe from my searches yesterday, I can't see any other woman reviewing the FTR. So let's see how we go. I'm a little bit anxious, I must say. A little bit nervous. You know, 60-year-old grandmother getting on an FTR. Anyway, as I said, it'll be a review from my perspective. And there's plenty of great reviews out there. I've been watching them. I've been trying to get some tips, actually. And all I can say is that it looks like it's a very fast bike. I'm going to walk into the dealership now. Gotta like this bike. Look, we've got the FTR thing going on up there. It's a beautiful showroom, I must say. In here in Sydney. Big screen up there. And around here. Woohoo! Oh, they've gone all out. It's party flavour in here. They launched, I think they had a bit of a do on here last Saturday. The FTR. Don't be shy. She's gone all shy now. What's on your agenda today?
Posting some deals, with the boys have sold some bikes, and just admin duties.
Admin duties. There you go. Well, we like that closing some deals stuff. One of these. Gosh, they look bloody tall. I'm 5'6", by the way. I don't know what that is in centimetres. And I've heard people talk about the inseam. I wouldn't have a clue. I hope I'm on that one. This one. I like the colours. I told you it's not going to be a normal review. I don't still want plain black. Anyway, no.
Okay. I only saw it on Facebook this morning. I'm like, oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I wanted to do it, and Chris had this idea, and I've been wanting to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And I want to be the first woman in the world to review an FTR.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, you are on camera, but that's okay.
No.
No. Do you know which one I'm taking? Look at her. Look, I'm following you. You can't escape. Oh, look at that. That's it there. Look. It's Chris Pappas. He's the head guy here. So he's the one you got to be friends with. Oh, the brothers can go bugger off it, but this is the one. He's good looking sort too, isn't he?
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Let's have a coffee.
Well, you know, nothing hot goes in this mouth, Chris. I don't drink anything hot. I've never had a hot drink in my life. It's already been up on some other film I did, but for those that haven't watched all my stuff, it's true. I've never had a hot drink in my life. They even have their own coffee cups. Very nice. Which one am I going to be on? The red and black one.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
put
one
it
I
up on
want.
the stand for you today.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted. It's all about the colour for me. How am I going to fit the saddle? How are we going to do
Good
that?
question. But we can put some saddlebags on the side of this, so we'll just have to
Oh, we can have
customise it
bags.
for your liking. But
Yeah. Yeah, are you coming with me?
If you want me to.
Oh no, it's up to you. I don't mind. I don't
We've
even
got two, so I can come on the other.
Yes, I've been in that.
Yeah.
Will you get charged extra because it's not?
It's alright, we'll cover.
But you'll cover the $9.95 registration fee.
So water?
Just a glass of water. Thanks. It's wine or water for me. It's too early for wine. I noticed some silver shiny balls. I go, why does Indian want silver shiny balls with their Christmas decorations? I'm going to ask some real dumb questions about this FTR because I don't know much about stuff like this. And Chris is going to talk to me as if I'm a monkey and I don't understand. Keep it real simple. Anyway, FTR, I do know that stands for Flat Track Racer. So why did Indian come up with this idea?
Well, you know, Indian has a really strong heritage in flat tracker racing. So you may have seen over the last few years they've had great success with the FTR 750 in America. So it was so popular that they wanted to actually make a production model, and this is what we have. So if you look at the 750 and then look at this new 1200, it's nearly identical.
Okay, so it's a 1200cc, and that's the only size it comes in, right?
That's correct.
1200. But there's two levels. There's the FTR and then there's the FTRS, is that right?
Yeah, there's actually three levels. So this one at the back here is the standard model. The difference between the base model and the S model and race replica would be the fact that the standard model doesn't have the adjustable suspension front and rear.
Right.
So the S model and the race replica does. So you can see the adjustments up here and up the back on the shop. And then the other main big difference would be the fact that this has got the big dash on it, and the standard model has the has the scalp dash, which is just a nice round.
Right, okay. And I can switch from road riding to I can switch modes, right?
So the best part of this bike is because it does have a fair bit of power. There's three types of ride mode. So you've got a rain mode, standard mode, and then a sports mode.
Right.
And then you've also got a track mode with the ability to be turning off traction control and ABS if you did want to take it off road.
Oh, okay. So when I leave here, Chris, what mode will I be on?
We'll probably try the rain mode. And what it actually does is it just makes the throttle a little bit more controllable. The bike does have 123 horsepower.
Yes, I have heard it's a little bit aggressive.
And if you do put it in sports mode and accelerate probably at the wrong time, the front wheel will come up on you.
Jesus, okay. Well, I'll make
So I suggest you try rain mode.
Rain mode first to get out.
And then once you get a bit more comfortable with the bike, you should try the standard mode.
Yep.
And then once you think that you want a bit more power and have a bit more fun, sports mode's the way to go.
Tearing it up on those back roads, maybe. Okay, is there anything else I should know? I mean, obviously, it's got the controls are here. I thought they were forward controls.
No, mid controls.
Mid controls.
Yes. So mid controls. So the seating position will feel like more of like you're sitting on a dirt bike.
Yeah.
Sit up right on top of the tank with the your feet actually leaning forward there.
So if you're going off-road, because I know when you're off-roading, you sometimes have to stand up a bit, to take the terrain. So you can do that on this, because I saw someone review that they were taking off-road, and that was one of the difficulties. They said I couldn't stand up. So I instantly thought it must have been forward control.
So I think I've seen that review. I think the fact that they're actually angled a bit more forward makes it a bit harder for you to stand up without your feet slipping off. But they do sell a flat peg, which is the same as what's on the dirt bike, which would make it a lot easier.
Another part to buy. Okay. It's all about the after stuff, isn't it? Oh, is that like an LED light thing too?
So LED light, and then your high beams are down the bottom here.
Right. Okay.
I like this bit here. There's a nice little Indian logo up in the back tail.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I can't imagine a saddle going there at all. If I get this bike, I won't have a saddle, I promise.
The interesting thing about this bike is that the fuel tank is not under here.
Oh.
It's not the fuel tank. So this is actually the airbox, as this bike has two throttle bodies, and the fuel tank is actually under here.
And explain to me again, why is that? Because of the...
So if you look at the configuration of the engine, it's a V-twin engine, and there's two massive throttle bodies.
Right.
And the airbox design is quite big for the air induction, so they put the airbox under here, and also relocated the fuel tank to give it a lower center of gravity.
Okay. That's all the technical talk you're going to hear now.
came to me as I drifted out the window. Hell, how could have I been so wrong? Hear the window.
There we go.
Sorry, it just took me a little bit of getting used to getting out of that driveway. Okay, I instantly love the feeling of this bike. It's so nimble. Now, as I said before, I'm a cruiser rider, and the only other bike, recently I was in Japan on the Honda, which is nothing at all. I mean, nothing like this. I'm not comparing it. But, it's got those mid-controls. I'm a little bit jerky still. Hang on. So what I'm doing, I'm just following Chris on about a 20-minute ride just to get used to the differences, so I'm comfortable to take it out on a bit of a highway or some back roads really is what I want. And I'm in rain mode, which is what I'm going to stay in for a little while because it feels quite controlled. Okay, oh, that's lovely. Oh my God, did you see that? That's Chris showing off. Who knows, by the end of the day I could be doing those little wheelies. So I'm going to probably shut off the recorder for a little while till I just do this little loop around the city. Oh, I think I like it. I do. I mean, once I sort of get into the hang of it a bit more, it's like anything that's different. You've got to get used to it. But it's nice to handle, like it's lovely. And I've only been around the block. Yeah, okay, so it's nearly half the weight of mine. I'll have it. So if you're interested to know where we are, we're just on the outskirts of Sydney and we're doing this thing around the bay, which is about a 20-minute run, and it's where they took Saturday's demo rides, little guided rides on the FTR on Saturday, which I couldn't make. I would think this is a great off-road bike to play around with as well. Yeah, I really like it. Oh my God, I really like it. For something that is so different to what I'm used to. So for the ladies out there, if you're into this sort of style of bike, oh, you'd love it. I'd definitely go for the FTRS though. If you're going to do it, go all the way. Okay, I'm in 6th gear now. I don't know how I got there, but I did. Wasn't paying attention. Down to 5th. Down to 4th. And down to 3rd. Oh, she pulls up nice. And so, of course, I'm used to windshields, so, getting used to the buffering that I get. Oh yeah, I can stand up. That's all right. Not that I'm going to be standing up, but I can see that on off-road, with a good shoe grip, you could easily stand up and ride those obstacles. I'm in standard mode at the moment. I was in raid mode when I started, just to get used to the bike. And now I'm in standard mode. Police are over there. I know this bike is for a certain demographic and I'm not it. I know Indian aren't after 60-year-old grandmothers to be promoting FTRs. But I gotta say, this old girl loves it. So, I think I could quite easily adapt to being on a racehorse. Just as much as I love being on an old Clydesdale or something, which is what I just get out of this traffic and I'll get over to where I think there's some little, some windy roads at the back of Sydney Olympic Park. And for those of you that aren't from Australia, Sydney Olympic Park obviously is where the Olympics were held back in 2000. Up here I'll try sports mode, give it a whirl. I will be taking it easy though, because I don't know that I'm ready to be doing handstands.
Well, that's when everything became so clear.
There's a few police around. I'll take it easy. Okay, I'm at Sydney Olympic Park, and I've just been going around the bends, and it's fairly quiet here, which has been good. I have seen a couple of police, so I haven't gone too crazy. Well, I have to say, I love riding this bike. I seem to have adapted quite quickly to it from the get-go. It's smooth for gears and going out. I've tried every mode. I started in rain mode, which had a little bit more sort of, I don't know the technical terms, but you know, obviously the higher up you go, the more responsive and quicker it is. Then I went to standard mode, which was, I think, my favourite, certainly around here. And now I'm in sports mode, and it just opens up a lot quicker. So I was listening to a podcast the other day from Adventure Rider Radio. They're interviewing Jocelyn Snow. What an interesting lady she is. She's only like 5'1", and she rides this big BMW Tourer adventure bike. And the way she has to get on and off when she stopped, because she has to actually physically almost jump off the bike and rest her calf of the other leg across the seat. And then she starts it up and sort of jumps back on when it's going. And an extraordinary lady, Jocelyn Snow. So I'm not complaining about tippy-toeing, at least I can touch the ground. It's back to the dealership now. And give this baby back. Get off this racehorse and jump back on the old Clydesdale. I can't compare this with other similar bikes because I've never really ridden any other types of bikes for a long time. I've always been on cruises and things, so it's very different indeed. I think, quite frankly, I will like riding any bike. I have the scooter as well, which I just adore. I need a stable of these horses, no doubt. A beautiful bike. This is a... Oh, okay. Oh, that's me. But what about the bike? Oh my God, I'm so hungry. I reckon I could even eat KFC. Oh my God, I love it. It's going to go round a bit here.
Between the cities I keep flicking around the radio. Just need the noise so I won't feel alone. It came to me as I drifted out the window. Hell, how could have I been?
Oh my God, that was amazing.
How was it?
I loved it.
You love it?
One.
You want one?
I put one in my pocket. Oh yeah, that was great.
Oh my God, I've never seen you smile like that before.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. I went out to Sydney Olympic Park and just did some loops. A lot of coppers around though, so I had to be a little bit careful.
Did you try the sport mode?
Sport, yeah. I mean, I could feel how easy it would be to get it up on that back wheel, but I didn't go there. No, it was really good. I loved it.
I'm glad you liked it.
How easy I just took to it as well. Like, I thought, oh, it's going to take me a while to get used to it. But, like a duck to water. You know, some guys just at the light just trying to hit on me. I was just giving him the big sales pitch about the FTR.
Fabulous adventure, test riding an FTR Indian motorcycle. Do I love it? Does a bear shit in the woods? Is a Pope a Catholic? Does Barbie have a plastic pussy? Do I love it? Yeah. It's got me thinking, I want to try a little bit of off-road riding now. I mean, is it possible that a 60-year-old woman could do some flat track racing? I feel I've got it in me. I feel I could after riding that bike. And you know the odd thing, I thought, oh, I'm going to jump back on Calamity and she'll be big and bulky after being on such a nimble thing. But you know what? I jumped back on her and I just threw her around like the FTR. Nearly dropped it. But anyway, I've had a great day. Thank you to Indian Motorcycle Company. So how come a 60-year-old grandmother is the first woman to review an FTR? But I just got in first. So I hope you enjoy my fun day today. They're a great bike. I want one. I want to race one. I want to go off-road with one. Leave you young'uns now to catch up. It's not the big eat small in this world anymore. It's the fast eat slow. Try one of these FTRs. They are fantastic.
I have sojourned to foreign land.